Hello, my lovelies. We're back. We're gonna do a chapter and a little update all in one just for y'all. And a little snack. I haven't drank about this time so my throat won't die. So I can get through the chapter. Hopefully this chapter isn't a million years long. I'm all gummed up. Know where to go. Because I got my hair done today. I just got a haircut, but they blow it out. And I was like, can't waste it. Alright, I think I'm gonna do the chapter first, then the update, so then you'll have to wait to hear it. I think, guys, I kept the bangs. I know. I actually cut them even shorter, so they're here for a while again. But it had to be done. It had to be done. I just need to have a little longer to see if it's worth it, if I like them. Can't be too quick to judge. Yeah? Okay. We're either, some might say already on chapter 9 or only on chapter 9. We'll see. Also apologize that my room has the worst lighting in the entire world, so I have like this shadow from my hair. Okay. Julian ran extra hard the next afternoon. He'd awoken with purpose that morning, plowed through 4 riding sprints, made himself a protein shake, and now he was focused on beating yesterday's running time. Yes, that was the plan, and he'd be sticking to it. Unfortunately, his feet had other ideas. When Julian spied the line outside of Uncourt, the loitering mass of people blocking the entrance to court, he jogged to a stop and frowned. At them. At himself for once again being unable to stay on schedule. Initially, the unfairness of Uncork's success had gotten under his skin. They were making a mockery of the long-standing shop next door, and frankly, insulting the whole process of wine tasting by turning it into a stunt. A thumbing of the nose at the wine industry wouldn't normally bother Julian, except that everything these assholes did bothered him now. Because they upset Hallie. He loathed her being upset. The real version of her and the fantasy version. She should always be smiling. Simple as that. Was there something he could do about this? Back in high school and even slightly beyond, he'd been more inclined to reach out a helping hand to those who needed it. He'd gotten involved, tried to make himself useful. Somewhere along the line, he'd become focused on his own agenda, never glancing right or left. I'm just curious. Is this a long chapter or short chapter? Should we do one or two tonight? Pretty short. Not like the other one that was never ending. Chapter 8, more like chapter forever. Okay. Or limitless. Of course, I have popcorn right too. I have 1 popcorn. It's in my tube. Oh, I don't eat popcorn. Okay. Hallie's passionate defense of Court had really brought that into focus, and he couldn't seem to continue on his merry way this afternoon. If Hallie could burgle hundreds of dollars worth of cheese, he could certainly make his presence known. In the process, perhaps he could help Corinne and Lorna. Who's Corinne? His mom? I don't remember. This popcorn had a lot of kernels getting stuck into, or whatever, like that. Whatever. After he finished picking grapes yesterday, he'd invited Manuel into the guest house for coffee. And yeah, suffice it to say the manager had pulled off Julian's blinders. Corinne was doing an admirable job of maintaining the winery, but quality had begun to fall by the wayside in favor of expendicy. I don't know why I can't say that word. Voss Vineyard needed money, so they churned out wine, but the superiority they once claimed had been slowly waning. His mother had not asked him for help. Maybe that was in deference to his father's wishes, or perhaps she didn't have any faith in Julian either. Whatever the reason, he couldn't stay on the sidelines and watch his family legacy fade into obscurity. Nor did he want his mother carrying this load by herself when he was willing and able to pitch in. Was Hallie's refusal to let Uncorked bully her friend's shop responsible for this head of steam? Yes, in a way, perhaps it had reminded him that legacy was important. Maybe there was a way to give Voss Vineyard a boost and make Hallie happy in the process. The possibility of a Hallie's smile over something he did made his pulse knock around. Refusing to let himself hesitate any longer, Julian made his way through the line of tipsy tourists who would probably benefit from sitting out their next tasting and walked into court. He was greeted by soft music and lighting, and a woman with a lined, smiling face behind the register. She couldn't quite manage to hide the fact that he'd startled her by simply walking in. "Hello," sang the woman, who had to be Lorna. "Are you here for the tasting?" "Yes," he lied briskly, perusing the shelves, relieved and maybe even slightly prideful to see a wide selection of Voss wines. I want to say Voss wines every time. Voss wines was it's Voss wines. A wide selection of Voss wines for sale. "What is on deck today?" "Lorna, this is my shop." She emerged from behind the counter, fussing with her hair. To be totally honest with you, I didn't think anyone was showing up, so I haven't even set up glasses. She refused. She rushed. Oh, okay. This is the one Hallie supports. He's in court. Okay. Let's rephrase. So he went into. Lorna is the owner, Hallie's friend. Okay. He went into court, and he was greeted by her, and she was shocked and couldn't hide or manage the fact that she was shocked something walked in. She said, "Hello, are you here for the tasting?" He said yes, was on deck. And then she comes out, "Lorna, this is my shop." She emerged from behind the counter, fussing with her hair. To be totally honest with you, I didn't think anyone was showing up, so I haven't even set up glasses. She rushed to the back of the store, clearly excited to have some life within the shop's walls. "Choose any bottle you want and we'll crack it open. How about that?" Julian nodded after her, continuing his trip up and down the aisles, circling back to the front of the store. Behind the register was a black and white picture of Lorna as a young woman holding hands with a man outside on the sidewalk, the court storefront in the background. The man was her husband, most likely. Both of them looked so optimistic, proud, ready to take on the future. No inkling that someday a disco ball would be stealing their business. No wonder Hallie was fighting their decline of cork so fiercely. That sealed it. He was going to be the best customer this woman ever had. As he waited for the older woman to set up 2 glasses and produce a corkscrew from her apron, Julian selected a Voss Vineyard cab from 2019. Ideas to aid Lorna formed, one after the other, some bigger than the others, but he thought it best not to overwhelm the woman all at once. She poured him half a glass of wine. He took a brief moment to mourn his productivity for the rest of the day. "Thank you. Are you joining me?" "Don't mind if I do," she said, eyes twinkling. Yes, it was becoming quite clear why Hallie felt the need to rob and vandalize in this woman's honor. Kindness rolled off her in waves. "Great." He sipped the wine, holding it to his tongue for several counts before swallowing. "Wonderful. I'll take 3 cases. She almost spat her wine out. 3 cases? "Yes, please," he grinned. "I'll pay now and pick them up later, if that's all right." Seemingly in a daze, she took the American Express he handed over, but like any smart businesswoman, she beelined for the register before he could change his mind. "With an established shop like this, you must have local regulars." Lately, everyone seems so busy, and it has become increasingly easy to order wine online. Her tone retained its pep, but he could see wilting beneath the surface. "I do have some loyal customers, though, that refuse to let me down." "Oh, who might that be?" Good God, he was fishing. "Maybe I know them." "Well, there's Boris and Suki, a lovely couple that come in every other day for a bottle of their favorite Shiraz. There's Lavina and Jerome. They own and operate Fudge Judy and make the most delicious Boston cream pie donuts. But I have to say my most loyal regular is the granddaughter of one of my dearest friends. God rest her soul. A local gardener named Hallie." Lorna brightened. "Actually, she's close to your age. A bit younger, maybe." Yeah, no mistaking that his heart had picked up speed. "Hallie Welch?" Welch? Still can't get over that. The grape references in this is funny. Lorna ripped the credit card receipt with a flourish. "That's her. Did you go to school with Hallie then?" "I'm making a video. Reading to my customers." And my foot's asleep.
Oh, sorry.
Always enters. I need the on-air sign. I could put in session, but maybe I won't be in on Saturday. Okay. Munch. Okay. Hallie Welch, the grape girl. No dry throat this time. Okay. Just popcorn stuck in my teeth. "That's her! Did you go to school with Hallie then?" Sore spot prodded. He hid a grimace. Why could he not remember? "Yes, high school." He took a casual sip of his wine, set it down, and twisted the stem. "She's doing some gardening work for my family at the moment, actually. Small world." "Oh my, isn't that a coincidence?" laughed Lorna over the register, her lips turned down at the corner after a beat. Poor girl took it very hard when Rebecca passed. I don't think she knew up from down. Came to the funeral in 2 different shoes and everything. The sensation of having his chest stomped on was so visceral. Yeah, she looked down to make sure nothing was there. Hallie, mismatched shoes at a funeral, not knowing up from down, made him feel very helpless. Was she better now? Or just better hiding her grief? Of course, she does have some very good friends to see her through. She's joined at the hip with Lavinna, and of course, there's that lovely Owen, but I doubt you know him. He moved here about Owen and Hallie? Have they... He relaxed his grip before he could snap the stem of the wine glass. Dated? The older woman went right on smiling, clearly unaware there was shiv to his throat. Yes, I think they have. Casually, though. She spoke in an exaggerated whisper out of the corner of her mouth. Although, I think Hallie's the one who keeps putting on the brakes. Oh. Tension escaped him like an air leaving a balloon. Interesting. He barely restrained himself from asking Lorna why Hallie continued to put on the brakes. Did Owen have any annoying habits? Did he double dip, perhaps? Any reason to validate Julian's irrational dislike of the man would be welcome. But he'd gone far enough with this line of questioning. Going any further would be considered stalking in at least 20 states. No more inquiries about Hallie, but the whole making her smile thing was still on the table, wasn't it? Lorna, do you happen to have a business cards of any kind? I'm afraid not. I've always relied on foot traffic. It used to be enough to have a sign outside that said free wine tasting, as it should be. He twisted the glass right to left. I would be happy to make you up some cards. Maybe it had always been rare for him to drop the boss name, but there was no way around it in this instance. My family owns a vineyard here in St. Helena. Maybe we could give cards for court out to our visitors. If they bring in the card, 10% off the first bottle. Does something like that sound agreeable to you? Your family owns a vineyard? She handed him back the credit card along with his receipt to sign, a blue pen. Isn't that nice? Which one? He coughed into a fist. Voss Vineyard. Lorna lurched against the tasting table, nearly upsetting the open wine bottle. Voss? Are you the son? Julian? Her mouth opened and closed. I haven't seen you in years. Forgive these old eyes. I didn't recognize you. She shook her head a moment. And you would really offer handout cards? For me? Julian nodded, grateful she didn't seem inclined to make a huge deal out of his last name. Of course. She chewed her lip as if waffling. Perhaps scared to be hopeful? So he added, Your shop is a landmark. If you haven't been here, you haven't been to St. Helena. The older woman's eyes sparkled at him. You're damn right. That competitive streak of his was tickling like a metronome. Actually, I'll take a few bottles to go now, he winked at her, in case I get thirsty on the walk home. Which is how Julian found himself in the neighboring yoga studio 8 minutes later, handing bottles to the men and women emerging from classes. Lorna sent these, he explained to the sweaty and confused people. They traded perplexed glances. Who? Lorna, he said, as if they should know. From Court, next door, the longest-standing wine store in St. Helena. No trip to Napa is complete without it. He smiled at the girl behind the counter. I'll drop off some business cards for you to hand out. When Julian left the yoga studio and restarted his watch, his shoulders were lighter. He continued down Grapevine Way for a while, past the health spa and several cafes. As he got further from the center of town, the shops he passed were more for the locals. Pizzerias and a dance school for children, a car wash and a donut shop named after Judge Judy, which he could not find fault with. And that's where he turned right and cut down the wooded path leading to Voss Vineyard. Another 3/4 of a mile and he'd be at the guest house. Sure, he had a slight wine buzz, but he wouldn't let it postpone his shower, and then it would be straight to work. I think we all know where this is going, the path he's taken. If we don't know where it's going, maybe missed a few videos. Hallie last time in this path left him a letter talking about her feelings. So, up ahead, a square white object, totally out of place among the greenery, snagged his attention. Julian stopped so abruptly, his sneakers kicked up a dust cloud. No way. Not again. Another envelope? With his name on it, stuck in the crack of a tree stump? Standing in the center of the path, he looked around, positive he'd find Natalie hiding and snickering behind a bush. Apparently she hadn't got the prank out of her system yet, but she must have come and gone a while ago, because he was quite obviously alone here. No sound save the afternoon breeze sweeping down off the mountain. What kind of bullshit has his sister written this time? Shaking his head, Julian plucked the letter out of the stump, and immediately noticed the handwriting was the same as last time, but more controlled. And the further he got into the correspondence, the more it became clear Natalie had not written it. Now, this is the letter. We know because it's different font. And that, and it starts with Dear Julian. So, that kind of gave it away. Dear Julian, there's something so easy about an anonymous letter. It puts less pressure on both of us. There is less fear of rejection. I can be totally honest, and if you never write back, at least I let out the words that have been trapped in my head. They're your problem now. Sorry. Forget what I said about less pressure. When you run down Grapevine Way in the afternoons, a solitary figure on a mission, I wonder how you feel about your solitude. If it's the same way I feel about being alone. There's so much space to think, to consider where I've been and where I'm going. I wonder if I'm who I'm meant to be, or if I'm just too distracted to keep evolving. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Do you ever get overwhelmed with the silence, or are you so content in the solitude as you seem? What would it be like to know you completely? Does anyone know you completely? Damn. That's kind of rude. Also, this man's just trying to get home, and now you got him probably rethinking his entire life and everything about himself, but okay. I've been loved by someone for all my faults. It's a wonderful feeling. Maybe you want that for yourself, or maybe you don't, but you're worthy of it in case you're wondering. This is getting too personal coming from a stranger. It's just that I don't truly know you, so I can only be honest and hope something inside you hears me. I'm sorry if you found this letter strange or even terrifying. If so, please know that I meant the opposite. And if nothing comes from this, your main takeaway should be that someone out here thinks about you in the best way possible, even on your worst day. Secretly yours. Julian finished the letter and immediately read it again, the tempo of his pulse increasing steadily. This letter was nothing like the last. It was more serious in tone, earnest, and despite the oddness of finding a letter on his jogging path, he couldn't help but respond to this wistful tone woven into the words. No way Natalie wrote this, right? He couldn't imagine his sister taking an emotional deep dive like this, even for a joke. The envelope was bone dry, meaning it hadn't been there since last night. The morning dew would have dampened it, at the very least. Although noon had come and gone, Natalie was asleep when he left for the run. Plus, there had been 2 empty wine bottles on the kitchen counter, neither of which he'd had a single glass from. He supposed his sister might have battled through her hangover to prank him. She'd never lacked dedication, and she would have had opportunity since he'd run for nearly half an hour plus his pit stop at court. Maybe he just hoped Natalie hadn't been the one to write the letter because of the damn thing had unexpectedly struck a chord with him. It was written by the same person who penned the last letter, meaning their interest was romantic in nature. What would it be like to know you completely? The closer he got to home, the more the question circled in his head. I wonder if who I'm meant to be or if I'm just too distracted to keep evolving. 4 years had passed since he'd been home, and he barely registered the length of time. Not until he arrived at St. Helena to find his mother keeping the winery's troubles a secret. His sister going through a crisis, and he didn't even know the barest details. What if his coping mechanisms weren't helping him anymore? What if keeping rigid schedules was harming him and his relationships instead? Now, this is the first time he's thinking of this. Grown men. That's all I gotta say. Grown. I'm being polite. Julian entered the house and immediately strode to his sister's room. Natalie's room, as you will. She was asleep, sprawled out, an empty wine glass on the floor near her dangling hand. When the scent of alcohol hit him, he closed the door again with a wince. If she had left the house this afternoon with all the alcohol in her system, she would have either burst into flames or passed out somewhere along the trail. Which meant he actually had a secret admirer in town. The first letter had been real. Should he write back? Jesus. He should forgive about the letters. Cast them aside as a disruption. That's his favorite word and excuse. Disruption. But he continued thinking about the questions she posed in the second one. He'd read the letter only twice and could already mentally recite it word for word. How odd. What if Hallie is my secret admirer? Okay, done. End of book. Like, yeah, obviously. Who else the hell would it be? No, impossible. She was not a serious romantic interest, despite the amount of time he spent fantasizing about her, leading to an embarrassing amount of breaks being taken from work to relieve himself of sexual frustration. Julian, I don't think there are 2 more different people in this whole world. Hadn't she said those very words? Not to mention she was the one to suggest the relationship was based purely on friendship. He'd never met a more bluntly honest person. If she was his admirer, she would simply tell him, wouldn't she? She didn't lie about her faults. No, she practically bragged about showing up late and flying by the seat of her pants. Or her annoyingly tight cutoffs, as it were. Whoever was on the other side of these letters, there would be no writing back. Despite his being reluctantly intrigued, something about establishing communication with this person didn't sit quite right. But exploring that too deeply could only come at his own peril, so Julian quickly stuffed the letter back into his pocket with the intention of forgetting about it. Again. Let's see, how long is chapter 10? Another long one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. many pages? You can't see, but y'all want to sit through it? How about we come back? We'll take a break, do a little update, and we'll see how we feel. Okay, so he's not already back, which we all know is a lie because there's still more than half a book left, and also this would go nowhere if he didn't. But also, for a really smart guy, he's really dumb. Also, he's so boring. Why does she care? And not like the sweet way. But she's their own, I guess. Guys, sorry, not a little snack. So, guess what I found in CVS not that long ago. I haven't ate it yet because I'm like saving it. And I'm like, I don't want to save it though too long where it goes bad, but once it's gone, it's gone. And I don't know when I'll find another one again. I fucking love these. 4 is not enough. It's just not. Okay. Update. I got a haircut. Obviously. I should just cut the layers and the angles and just touch them up. Trim. My hair is short again. But it'll grow. I mean, I dropped one so I don't step on it later. Oh wait. It's just out of reach. There we go. Okay. Where'd you goes? Okay. Should we cut the bangs shorter? She's not that perfect length. You want to keep them? I probably should. I should probably grow them out. So I just complain about them. She's like, oh, you blow dry them every day? I'm like, no. How often? I'm like, never. She's like, so what are you doing? Like, leaving them natural? She says, don't they curl up? I'm like, yep. She's like, so they're really sure and curled up? I'm like, yep. She's like, so that's why you don't like them? I'm like, that. She's like, why do you blow them out? 2 words. I'm lazy. I'm gonna blow out just those 2 pieces of my hair and the rest leaves curly. So it looks stupid. And I'm not blowing out my hair every morning or every day. What's not happening? So you're probably saying, then Sam, let them grow out. They were at a perfect length. I'm bad at making decisions under pressure. Plus, I, for some reason, keep thinking they're gonna work. And they look so cute when I had the blow-outs. I'm like, oh, they look great. Realistically, I know they're just gonna keep annoying me. But I'm also trying to figure out ways to style them so they look cute. So I do like them. I still want something different with my hair. So she's like, oh, I see the color growing out. I'm like, no, I haven't done anything to it in years. Not years, but a very long time. And she's like, oh, are you gonna do something? I'm like, is that her way of saying my hair is boring and she thinks I should color it? I'm like, sorry? I was like, I usually only do like box time when I do it, and then like in COVID I did 2 strips. And she's like, oh, do you always only do red? I'm like, yeah. And that was the end of the story. Like our conversation. Like she didn't say anything more of that. I was like, okay. Good talk. But anyways, updates. Work sucks. But that's nothing new. And I don't think anyone believed that that was gonna change anytime soon. Sorry. What else? Did I tell you guys yet about the hockey game? I found this at Game Time. My favorite and you could buy last minute and cheap tickets to things. Mostly just concerts and sports, but I think there's other things too. So I was reading one of my hockey books, and I was on TikTok, and I was watching all these things about people going to games and stuff, and I was like, I want to go to one. So I last minute bought a game. I bought a game. Just like that. I bought tickets to a hockey game. And I bought 2 tickets. Had no plans or anything. And I was just like, Mom, you're going with me. So we went to an Islanders game. My favorite is 30 Sorokin. He's the goalie. Goalies are so hot. There's something about that position. It's just like, they can do it all. And he was killing it. Also, you see how, like, even just a blowout, it's just like, whatever. I need to stop obsessing. But anyways, yeah. And I was like, we left, and I was like, I need a jersey. I need one. Did I get one? No, but I need one. So then, yeah, the other day, I was scrolling again through it, and I was like, and I was like, I want to do something else again, because all I do right now is work, sleep, and that's it. And even then, I'm not 100% sleeping all the time, or at least not well. I bought tickets to go to a boxing match. I don't remember when I bought it for. June, I think. Yeah, June. On a Saturday. I also want to go to bull riding. I gotta buy the tickets though. That's in September. And then me and my sisters and my sister's friend and Ariana are gonna probably go to medieval times, so that's gonna be fun. Also gonna buy tickets for that. We're going to buy the tickets for swimming with the turtles in Puerto Rico, so I do that. My job is giving me a hard time about like taking time off and like going away, so I'm just worried about them being difficult about my straw thing because it keeps coming off, but about them not letting me go away, about my planned time off already, so that's frustrating and just aggravating. And it's not that serious a job, so I don't know why it's like they're making such a big deal about everything, but I bought stuff. You can't really tell because of the lighting, but to like lessen my irritation bump, I think it's working. I think if I just keep doing that for a little bit, and then I eventually gotta get it changed because I can't change this one. Like it's like one of the screw-on ones, and he does it too tight with like tools, so I have to go get it changed. So that's something that I eventually do once the irritation bump is going, because he won't do it if you have an irritation bump. So what was I talking about? Ben's where you work once I go. Oh yes, I gotta get the medieval time tickets for the swimming with the turtles. I want to get the bull riding tickets. I'm probably gonna go with a friend from work, hopefully. But worst case, I'll just buy 2 kids tickets, and whoever goes with me goes. Because I'm just going. So, I'm just trying to do stuff and have fun and try new things. And they're not like too crazy expensive, and I'm buying like 2 tickets at a time. Like the last 2 things I paid for. Like, okay, so the hockey game came out to like total like $66, and the seats were fine. The boxing was a little more, but we're like closer, and I don't know why it was a little bit more, but it was. But that came out to like for 2 tickets plus tax and like the fees or whatever, like less than $200. It's like $100 ticket, which is not it's a little expensive, but not like crazy. And the bull riding looks like it's gonna be. I can find tickets for like $44 each before like the tax and the fees, so I'll probably come out to like $60 each. What else? What else has been going on? Nothing really. I haven't read any good books. I'm watching the show Ransom Canyon. I literally just started it today, and I'm like 8 episodes in, but it's pretty entertaining. I have already like one couple that I've invested in, and if not the main one, the main one's annoying me personally. But also, like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it starts off like really sad and like dealing with like grief, and then more grief happens, and it's like, why? What is going on? Like hold on, this guy is going through too much. This is too much. Like 5 minutes into it, like let's chill. Let's maybe give us some time to like meet the characters first. Like, but yeah. What else? You're the reason why I'm thinking. Baby, you're my best friend. Oh, I've been going to the gym, and consistently, and been actually going. 100% helps to go with somebody, because one, I have to go because I made plans and like I can't like not go. Two, it's so much fun and the time flies, and like I don't feel like I'm exhausted or bored or don't want to be there, or I'm not like dreading it. Like it's fun. I'm honestly enjoying it. I'm going with my friend Dana, and we like switch on and off about driving, and it's close to our house, and we do like pretty much just the same set workout, but like we try new machines every time. So that's been good. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks, so let me not get ahead of myself, but 2 weeks more than I've done in years, so progress. Haven't really been eating, just not hungry. I know I just like got ruined that popcorn, but like just in the grand scheme of things, I probably eat like 1 meal a day, and even then it's just like because I have to, and I feel sick, and my numbness and tingling and pins and needles feeling has been 24/7 lately, and very much increased in sensation, if that makes sense, like intensity. I told my doctor, and also I've been feeling like a tightness right here in my throat, like swallowing's been like uncomfortable, and she told me to get my blood work done again, and we'll talk about it when my blood results come back. I haven't done that yet though, but that's her answer to everything. And then she'll probably just decrease my amount of pills I take a week, because right now I'm only taking 5 out of 7, because that's been her answer every time, because my levels are really bad. But so I've been feeling not great physically and mentally. I've been in a shitty place, but I'm hoping with the weather being better. I felt today with the weather, I got my hair cut, which made me feel good. And then I went and just took a drive, listening to music. People can't drive, so then I was getting frustrated. Baby, you're my best friend. Okay, so I found out that that's from the song Rehab by Rihanna. I didn't know why I was singing it or where it was coming from. Dana brought it to my attention. And then I realized the lyrics aren't even what I think the lyrics are. It's, so in my head, I hear, baby, you're my best friend. But the lyrics are, it's baby, when we first met. Mine's better. Sorry, Rihanna. But I never thought. I know what we. I know what I would do it. And I'm losing what I need. Oh, you're the reason why I'm thinking. I want them the cigarettes no more. Okay, and that's what I get for wishful thinking. Oh, you're the reason why I'm thinking. Okay, what else? Nothing really. It's boring. I've been way boring. I had to go to this weird party for my job, where we all left work on this Thursday and went to his house and had tacos, and then just talked, and then got to go home, and then had to come in Friday for work. And when I say this was the most uncomfortable, awkward, overstimulating thing in my entire life, like, you're forced in a room with people you work with, you have to have a conversation with, and then like people are like grouping up in little conversations and circles, and like I'm so bad at like inserting myself into those. Like I feel like it's so awkward, and also I just don't care to. So I was either like by myself isolating, or I would like awkwardly try to come over and talk, and then like I just feel like people were like I just feel like the vibe of like they were like, okay, like why are you coming to talk type of thing. So it was a mess. It was a mess, and I just hated it, and that was the worst. I'm glad it's over with. I don't want to deal with that again. I applied a while back to like a bunch of like higher ed jobs, and some of them just like never got back to me, and then a bunch of them like rejected me. And just now recently I've been getting like the jobs being canceled or like rejections now, and it's like, okay, thanks. Like months later. I don't know why it's so hard to get into higher ed, especially when I have so much experience, and I just don't know what they're looking for and why it's so hard. I know there's like obviously with everything going on in the world with like hiring freeze and stuff, but like I don't know, the cancellation ones I get, but the rejection ones, like I don't like, not even getting to the interview process, like just looking at my resume and saying no. I don't know, man. Baby, you're my best friend. I'm really getting tired of having to take so much medication every day and remember and take several throughout the day. I can't do it. I just can't do it forever. Like, I can't. And it's not even working or helping, so that makes it even worse, where it's like, I really don't want to take it. Did I tell you guys last time about the Dermo? I think so. So finally, the $55 medicine finally came. And look how fucking small it is. $55. And it's supposed to last a month, and I've barely been using it, but it says you're only supposed to use it 3 times a week before bed. It smells disgusting, horrendous. It's done nothing. My skin looks the same. Like, same breakout. Obviously, you can't tell because I have foundation on, but it looks exactly the same as, like, last time when you saw it looking crazy. So, it's done nothing. So, $50 down the drain, and... Oops. And on top of that, I did all that for nothing, and this was her solution. It does nothing. I don't know. It just bothered me. Baby, you're my best friend. I feel like I'm so boring, and I really wanted to make a video because I have nothing to do. After this, I'll probably finish the few episodes left. I have a Ransom Canyon, and then read a book. I read a book last night, but it was a historical romance, so nothing crazy exciting. I've been using saline spray on my nose. What?
Oh, I didn't know you were recording. But I was gonna say, one, I want my ass ate by a prisoner.
Okay.
You want me to explain?
My mind is saying elaborate, but the other part of me is saying I really don't want to know.
It's not bad. I'm just watching Prison Break and seeing how Michael is to his wife.
That's the brother, right?
No, Michael's the main guy who breaks out of prison, makes everybody
The one that's gay in real life, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The way he treats his wife.
The nurse, right?
Yeah. No, the doctor.
Whatever, yeah.
I need it. Like, every prison show I watch, the men are so respectful. Like, the main men are so respectful to their, like, women. And should I have a prison pen pal? Like...
Okay, what's the second thing?
I was gonna say my booty looking big, but I didn't realize you were recording.
Okay, well, you still didn't, so...
What you talking about?
Baby. You're my best friend. Nothing, because I have nothing to tell because I've been boring, but I wanted to record a video.
Oh, no.
I got so many compliments on these press-ons. I'm like, oh, they're press-ons.
I got so many compliments on one too.
People are like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I don't know if they were like it was less nice for them because they were press-ons. And then other people were like, oh my god, really? And I was like, yeah, $10, Walmart,
free, Samantha.
Baby.
No, but
best
you
friend.
Get what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's this in this show. I don't want to spoil it because in case someone might watch it, but in the show I'm watching, Ransom Canyon, he has a questionable background, and
I love the bad boys.
He's my favorite.
When they're bad, it makes them such a more of a turn on.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when I was waiting to get my hair cut. This is really bad. They had like the cape thing on me. And it was like too tight, and I was like feeling uncomfortable. But I just had to sit there and deal with it, even though like it was hurting me. So you act like a good girl. What? No, but I was just like, I have to tell her. So I was just sitting there, and I was like thinking about like how I hate being choked. But then I was like thinking about how it's like sexy when those guys get a tattoo like this and like call it their necklace, and I'm like,
that is kind of sexy. But right? I hate being choked too. The one time it happened to me, I wanted to die.
I'm like, ugh. It's like, why can't like in theory that's sexy, but in practice it's just like I feel like you're gonna like
panic.
But I feel like it was done in the right way, maybe. Like if it's not actually like constricting my airways.
I don't know. In the movies, like, when they say, like, dirty talk or something like that, it's, like, really sexy. But one time when I was told I was doing a good job, baby girl, I was so uncomfortable and I was not attracted to it.
I can't get the curl out of my teeth.
So I think it's only when they're bad boys with tattoos that it's hot.
They're bad boys with tattoos.
And I was telling Mom, and she didn't agree with me. I was like, sports bikes are so much hotter than motorcycles.
100%
And I was like,
agree.
motorcycles are old men that, like,
It's
have
like
nothing to do with their
the
lives.
Nickies
So
of
they,
the world.
yeah. But sports bikes are young, hot people that just want to ride.
Yeah. Let's ride.
And I would not mind being a backpack.
Yeah, I know. I want to have my own motorcycle. I'm gonna get my own motorcycle one day. It's gonna happen. One day I'm just gonna pull up to the function on a motorcycle, and you're gonna be like, I'd be like,
I can't ride a bike, so I think a motorcycle wouldn't be the vibe for me.
I want a motorcycle. One day,
yeah.
I want to like learn how to like ride it first though before I get anyone.
Take classes.
Yeah, just take classes, cash. Take classes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Moral of the story, I want to like, eat out a prisoner or have a prisoner eat me out.
So
Have you ever seen the show?
No, but I saw a clip on TikTok of Love After Lockup, and this girl swindled her husband.
Oh yeah,
she
with the
stole his
haircut?
rental car.
Yeah. First of all, when I first
of all, $21,000 in rental car fees. What were they doing?
Also, did you see that clip where this is before I saw that like she like went to jail for like money things and she stole the car? The first thing I see was it was her wedding day the next day and she wanted to get her hair done. So I was like, okay, she just wants to get her hair done. She just got out of prison. She needs her hair done. Like, understandable. Right. She's a girly.
Right.
But then she just kept saying, I need this and I need this. And he's like, my heart doesn't see what my wallet feels. And I was like, okay.
Okay, but I don't know if you know how much lore you know or how much I only know this from TikTok, but he works at a hotel as a front desk man, person for his ex-wife. Yeah. And his ex-wife was, in mad parts of the show telling him, she's gonna, and, she's like, oh, we gotta, and she,
Well, Tracy died, so. Overdose.
Not just spoiling it for me.
I just found out.
Also, it's hard to believe, these are real-life people and this is not, fiction.
Oh, I'm about to be on Love After Lockup.
We gotta find a pen pal.
Yeah. Men, women, whoever wants to treat me right. Oh, my God. He's, ugly and old and fat now, but, one of the guys, because this came out in 2005, so I was literally not born yet.
What show?
Prison Break.
Okay, we were just talking about Love After Lockup, so don't act like that was a clear jump.
And one of the guys' tweener, because he's a teenager, and he went to jail because he accidentally stole a baseball card, so they put him in federal prison for grand larceny because it was worth $300,000, and he was 17. And he was raped by Avocado, but that's a different story. But Tweener was sexy. Let me tell you.
Who played him?
You know The Messengers?
Yeah.
You know the cop husband?
Yeah.
Him.
Really?
But in his 20s.
Oh. Obscure, but nobody else is gonna get that reference. But also, you can't like teens no more.
No.
You're 20.
He was 20s, yeah.
I'm just saying. No, you said he's a tweener. You said he's tween.
No, he went to jail when he was 17.
Oh, gotcha.
He's college age in the show.
Just saying. You're not a baby no more.
No, I'm not a pedophile. But, no, yes. His name is Tweener. David Tweener.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Apalaka-poo-poo. Something like that.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely his name. Apalapa-poo-poo. James actually gave him that name.
James who?
Poo-poo head. Both of you. Poo-poo heads.
But, yeah. He was hot in his 20s. Now he's 40 and old and ugly. And he actually went to jail.
I had a lot of thoughts
for a hit and drive.
Oh, man. In real life?
Yeah. He's in an interview. He's like, I went on prison break for stealing. And then a few years later, I went to actual jail for vehicular manslaughter.
And he still got to work?
And no, he was in jail.
Then how did you do the interview about it after?
Oh yeah, because afterwards, I guess he went on TV to talk about it.
So he got out.
Yeah. It was an accidental vehicular manslaughter, so it's less time.
Was he drunk?
Yes.
So it was an accident.
But you know what I mean. It wasn't like he was aiming for someone purposely.
Well, when you get behind the wheel of a car being drunk, that's the risk you're taking.
Well, they're just stupid.
But I was thinking also today while I was sitting in the chair. A lot goes on in that chair. I was thinking how like there's two sides of me. Like this, there's the side that wants like the nerdy, smart, like sweet guy that's like willing to do anything, and he's like just like
that's
kind and quiet. But that's what I was thinking. There's that side of me that just wants like the easy, good, kind love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like the good guy. Then I was like, I'd get bored, and then he'd annoy me, and then I'd be like, grow, like, and this is bad, but I'd be like, in my head, I'd be like, grow a pair of legs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, I get there. And then the other part of me is like, I want somebody that's like tough and like, you know, like take charge. And,
yeah,
like,
but
let
the
me
second
be,
they're
let me be,
me.
let me be baby, and just like let me do like, you know, like just let me like not have to think and like worry and like take care of anything and like. Also can like lift me up and like, you know, like super protective.
Oh, I want to be tossed
super
around.
protective, right? But then I was thinking about like in reality, if somebody like that would also try to like tell me what to do, and would it be like in a way like
possessive?
No, like controlling to an extent, and like I just wouldn't handle that well.
No, yeah, I don't handle control well.
So I was like, either way, nothing.
But I've also with the like. Here's the thing: is like I usually go after toxic people, right? But I only ever get the nerds.
No, you get the toxic. You get what you want. You're getting what you want.
You're right, but they're ugly toxic. Like, can I at least get like?
You choose them.
I don't choose them. They come after me. And then
you matched on Hinge, dude. You had to match back.
Okay. They got ugly. After.
They look the same, bud. Yeah, that's one's on you. That's
Okay.
on you.
Moral of the story
Moral of the story.
is
People shouldn't be allowed to pick their own partners.
moral of the story is I'm asked mom for an arranged marriage.
No, yeah. No,
And,
literally.
I was like, our ancestors did it. Why can't we?
Can I pick? I want to pick for everybody in our family.
No, I would not trust you. I wouldn't trust anybody in our family to pick a marriage for me.
Get out. You made me mad. Get out. Get out. You made me mad.
Angela would pick the weirdest freaks.
I said me. I want to pick for you.
No, because you're going to pick someone like...
A good person that cares for you and takes care of you and loves you and is not ugly? Yeah,
Or
you're right.
abusive?
Right. How dare I? How dare I not choose someone abusive for you? I'm such a bad sister.
No, yeah. It's really bad because, like, now I'm, like, after, like, I was like, oh, I dated ugly, so maybe I'm going to go after hot. Now all I'm doing is looking for looks.
That's what'll get you.
But, like, even the ugly ones are assholes now.
The problem is trying to go off on dating apps is just so insane to me because it's like, you have to go off looks right off the bat. And, like, I'm a very much vibe person.
Yeah.
So, like, either I
also,
vibe
a lot of
people or
them
I
can't
don't.
take a good photo.
That, and it's, like, hard to vibe over text. Because sometimes people can really vibe over text, and then you meet them, and you're like, did you AI write this? Like, who ghostwrited these for you? Who ghostwrited these? Because this is not
I suck at
you.
fucking texting. I don't know how I ever get bitches. Also, I think I'm a catfish. Like, I think my photo, like...
That's just insecurity talking, because I feel the same way, and I'll literally show people a million times, like, is this me? Is this me? And they'll be like, that's literally you, like, a picture of you.
I'll be like, who is... Like, why do I look skinnier in my photos than I actually
Like, I'll have makeup on in my photo, but no filter, and I'll be like, it's not me. Like, that's not me.
I'll have makeup on, and then I'll never wear makeup,
right now?
actually. And then I'm gonna be like, I'm a catfish, because my face is always different when I have makeup.
Maybe.
Like, now what?
Now what? What are you going to do about it?
No, you were finishing a statement.
Oh, man. Like I'm saying, like, even, like, right now, I feel like a fraud because I have makeup on, but I literally only have, like, spot correct concealer and mascara and a little blush and a little lip.
I don't know.
But I still feel like not.
I want, you know the Cassie Nix thing on TikTok? How they literally met on TikTok and she never had to leave her bedroom? And now they're, like, madly in love.
No, must be nice.
Why can't that happen to me? I don't want to have to actually put effort out. Why can't they just be like, open, like, knock on the door, I've been waiting for you?
Because you'd be like, jail.
True.
Jail.
Or especially me, I'd be
Criminal.
like, you say I'm pedophile.
You don't even answer the door to get the delivery food. So, no.
I don't answer the door if it's my friend. I make
Right.
Shannon get it.
Exactly. So, that you're full of it on that one.
No, but I'm just saying, why can't it come easy?
I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. It's too long a chapter. Oh, also, I forgot. I went to Boston. Okay. Talk to you later. Oh! Just slamming doors and shit. Um, last Christmas I gave you my heart. I think it was last weekend, if I remember correctly. I went to Boston after work. On Friday, I met up with Morgan, and it snowed on Saturday in the morning, and then it rained and was freaking cold all day, so we didn't really get to do anything crazy or what we wanted to do, which sucks. And then we tried to go to this restaurant we really wanted to go, and they were like being mad weird about it, and then they were like, oh, there's a private event, like you can't go in. And we're like, oh, thanks for telling us, like what the hell, like put that on your website so we can come over here. So anyways, we got Raising Cane, and we looked up stuff like the night before, like considerations of things, and like we didn't have like a set plan, but we're like, oh, like just in case, like we have things in the back of our mind. So there was this Wonder Museum, and like we were walking, and then all of a sudden I see like it, and I was like, oh, like it was like 7 o'clock, like let's go here. So we went to do that, and that was super fun, and I got proof that my eyes are green, except they looked more like yellowy in the picture, but in real life my eyes are green. You can't tell unless you're like up close, but my eyes change color. I do. It's a fact. Ariana can verify that. So, don't ever come for me. Sometimes I'll be like, is it a green day? Is it a brown day? Only the real ones know. My mom's eyes change color. That's where I get it from. And then one day, when I'm older, they'll become straight hazel, because that's what happened to her. But yeah, and then when we were there, we went to the bookstore, and we got a book to book read. So, Berry Pickers. I'll let you know how it is. The only thing about it is it's got distressed edges. I hate that. But, so that was fun. That's something I did. I hope to do that again sometime. We gotta plan it. I like having like little weekends, and I like doing stuff. I want to go to an aquarium this summer. I keep, when I'm going through like saying things I want to do and like want to plan or like want to like look into, I'm like, oh, I really want to go to a concert. I really want to go to a concert. Like, I'm not going to see. I was gonna say Bad Baby. It's because Kyla always talking about Bad Baby. I'm going to see Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, and that's a whole ass concert, like a huge ass concert, and I keep forgetting for some reason. I think I'm like in denial that it's happening until I'm there, and then I want to be like, Benito, that's you. Shoot, you're there. But yeah, so I want to go to an aquarium. I want to go. Okay, I hate country music. Like, hate it. Absolutely hate it. Can't stand it. I want to go country line dancing just because it looks fun, and I just want to be able to at least do it once. I want to go to the professional bull riding. I'm excited to go to the boxing. I would love to go to like a NASCAR race or something like that. F1. And this is not all just this summer, but maybe. I've been doing things like just randomly going. I'll even go by myself at this point. I think I want to take a solo road trip and just not tell anybody, and then just one weekend just like take a train somewhere and like get a hotel or something. Nowhere crazy, just by myself, and just like read in cafes and just like vibe. But also just like a little scared because like social anxiety, but also just like the world we live in right now. Doing anything by myself just seems kind of cray. But yeah, that's something I want to do. There's a bunch of things I want to do. I want to make a list so I don't forget. But also like this whole like spontaneous just booking it has been fun. Something to look forward to too. I have lots to look forward to this year, and that's what I'm trying to keep in mind and just to keep me going. Wishful thinking. Baby, you're my best friend. I have a period, and I got it on Thursday, and I couldn't sleep. And I fucking hate it. It's the worst. I get the worst cramps. I'm in the worst pain. And it's so annoying and to deal with and to keep changing. I've been using the cup though, or not the cup, the disc, which is a little more, in my opinion, sanitary than a tampon, and a lot easier to use in a way. It's got its pros and its cons like everything else, but it's still annoying to have to do. Imagine my hair was this short. I would look crazy. Bye. It wouldn't even look like that because my hair is curly, so. But anyways. Oh. Something about having your hair like this makes you feel like Vogue. Like, I don't know how girls with hair like this just don't feel like amazing every single day. This girl at work has hair like this and I'm jealous. Like, just naturally, just comes out like this once it air dries. Takes a lot. I don't know how to blow dry it well. Like, I have the blow dry tool, but I can't get it to do like this. It just more comes out like, it's like wannabe straight, but it's like puffier. But soft, but I don't know. I keep telling myself I'm gonna clean out the death closet over there, and I don't. It's a lot of work. And I like start to take stuff out and then I get too tired, so I just throw it back in. I also want to go through stuff and like donate and get rid of clothes and stuff that I'm not wearing or using or fit in. I'm not losing it, let's be realistic, it's just not happening. So holding on to clothes that don't fit is just a waste of my time and closet space. Not that I have really any. What else? I gotta get an outfit for Bad Bunny, so if anyone finds any suggestions for my body type, keep in mind. I think I want to do like maybe a green or a blue outfit, but not like regular, like cerulean or I'm trying to think of like making this kind of green. Can we see it? But yeah.
Can I admit something toxic?
Okay, is this a confessional now?
The reason why I decided to go into the med field a few years ago, right, in high school, was because of Dr. Mike and how future doctors might look.
I don't know who that is.
He's a guy on YouTube who is like a doctor and he reacts to medical scenes within TV shows and movies.
Oh, I think I've seen him once on TikTok.
And his sassiness is just so attractive.
So you became a doctor because of somebody's videos you saw of him reacting to shows online?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
But I'm not a doctor.
How's that going for you?
I'm doing pretty good. Gonna start EMT training.
Do you want to just
applying for PA
make
school.
A video? Like,
and if I don't get into PA school, then I'm doing grad and med.
Do you want to show your face? Talk to your
No,
friends?
they don't get to see me.
That's rude.
They're really hideous.
This really is a confessional, huh?
I did BLS training today.
BLT?
No, I don't eat blood. Or tomato.
Or bacon.
Or bacon. I don't eat meat. Pork.
You can eat bacon.
I don't eat. So just basically, I eat bread.
Baby, you're my best
and
friend.
if they put sauces on it, I don't eat that sauce probably.
Or they probably mayo.
Oh, I don't eat that.
So.
I'm a carbitarian.
You eat meat. Don't act like you don't eat.
I only eat chicken.
You
and then red meat when I'm like low on iron.
I'm low on iron 24/7 at this point.
Girl, I haven't had iron pills in so long that I've been craving red meat so much lately, if you noticed.
I'm just gonna like take a bite out of like cast in an iron skillet at this point. Who needs teeth?
You'll break your jaw.
Maybe I'll get a jawline.
Do you want me to show the girlies how to perform the airway pathway removal techniques?
Sure.
Can I have you as my victim?
No.
Then how am I
I'll
supposed to show you?
always know how to do CPR thanks to The Office.
That's not. First of all, it's not the hand movements. You're supposed to use. It's this.
Staying alive. Oh, you can't tell by the way I move my alone, isn't it?
No, stand up. We'll show the audience.
No.
I won't touch you.
I don't trust you.
I won't hurt you, I promise. I
No,
had to do it
come
on
do
a real human today. I need a person.
Okay, come over here.
You have to stand up.
You could do it from behind.
Okay, I look like a rat.
Stop! Stop!
You gotta stand up.
No, I don't want to stand up. Why do I have to stand up?
Because how am I supposed to give you
do
the
the
basic...
Heimlich?
No, the Heimlich doesn't exist anymore. That's a false news thing.
Okay, Chunky.
No.
How does that not exist anymore?
It's not what they call it. I don't know the new term. That's why I said air pathway removal thingy.
Wait, what are you doing first?
I'm not gonna harm you. I'm gonna do it how I had to do it on a human today.
Wait, are you doing the Heimlich though?
No, I'm doing the back blow.
The baby?
The back blow.
I'm wearing pajamas.
Okay.
They don't know.
Okay. So, in case
We're
of
not afraid.
in case of an emergency, and she is choking, and she cannot respond. So first, you have to ask for consent. Can I touch you?
No.
Okay, she's dead.
Legally,
I'm not allowed to touch you if you don't. You're supposed to.
What if I'm choking? I can't talk.
And you're supposed to move.
What if I'm like?
That's what they told us. So okay, do I have your consent?
Maybe.
You're just choking. Okay. So you take your hand
This
over
is very
here.
intimate.
You bend her down.
What
if he's hot?
Then I'll be like.
I don't want to get grinded on, please. Thank you. I'm trying to show you
It's
safety. Okay, then you take this. You bend them forward. And then you take the palm of your hand towards the nape of the neck and you hit 5 times very hard. And now if you want to... Girl, I'm not done with my procedure.
But I'm.
If that sequence doesn't work, get up,
Oh my god.
victim. You take this thing. I give you... I give you my 2 fingers. Show me where your belly button is.
Right here.
Right here.
No, over here.
Right here. Okay. Then I take this and I put my hand over it and I go 5 times very hard. And I just saved your life.
That's not how you do the Heimlich, so.
That's
Let's
not the
try.
Heimlich. That's
You
not
tried
the
to trick me.
Heimlich.
She's trying to trick me. I know how to do the Heimlich, so.
You want to do it on me?
I know you take your fist and like this, and you up.
No.
Yep.
It's not. You go up. You go in. You have to go
Up and up.
You have to go 2
Up and up.
1.5 to 2 inches into the stomach. You're
Or you just-
supposed to break a rib.
Or you just go and pop it out.
Actually, if you're home alone, they didn't teach you this in your course, but apparently I knew a cop who did something.
You know, cop.
No, it was like learned. Okay.
It was learned.
So you take, if you're choking and you're on, like, home by yourself, let's say you're eating, like, McDonald's or Wendy's or something and you're choking on a fry, and you're like, no one here.
If I could edit, I'd edit on McDonald's, because...
Yeah, we fucking hate McDonald's, bro. Don't support, fuck you.
Okay, alright, get off.
Then you take yourself to an edge of a table and you go, and
I'm
you
just
try
dying.
to cough
I'm
as
just
hard
dying.
as
I'm
you
just
can.
dying. I'm not doing all that.
I almost died once, actually. I'll tell the viewership.
I'll take a...
I almost died on a
tweezers and get it out.
calzone. The cheese wrapped around
It
my
was a mozzarella
uvula.
stick.
No, it was a calzone. You weren't even there. It was a calzone, the cheese wrapped around my uvula, and my mom had to stick her hand right through it, and it was the most violated I ever felt.
Yeah, but at least that was your mom.
Yeah, so they give us, like, little things to put over the mannequins to, like, so
Sanitary.
yeah, and so I don't have to, like, basically make out with a plastic mannequin to get them there.
Hey,
And,
whatever gets your rocks
Like,
off.
now should I, like, carry around, like, because I'm certified, like, a little mask thing? So-
How often do you think that you're going to have to, quote-unquote, give the breath of life?
Oh, every day, maybe.
Where are you going? You don't leave the house.
Girl, I'm doing training.
Okay.
I go to school.
You can tell by the way I move my... I'm gonna go.
And people have been having seizures a lot on my campus, which is really weird.
Not the seizure epidemic.
It happened, like, twice in, like, a week. And the ambulance, Northwell Health Hospital came.
If I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd only have 2 nickels. Which is not a lot. But it's weird that it happened twice, right?
No, seizures happen a lot. Our cousin Lavina, I think she had, like, epilepsy.
I don't know anymore. I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Like, does that go away?
I don't believe so.
Like Justine's, celiac disease? Like, has she faked it?
I don't
I'm exposing.
Who do you think sees this?
Your mom.
Mom doesn't even watch these.
I don't watch them.
Okay, get out.
I just taught all of them safety.
Okay, no one's gonna use that, so.
What did you wear this to?
I don't know.
This is ugly.
I didn't ask for your opinion. Get out. Close the door. Close the door. Fully, so it doesn't open like a ghost opened it. But if it were the other way around. Anyways. I was so excited to buy Girl Scout cookies from a coworker's daughter. I finally got through the first box. I got some for my sister too. I gave her the mints, but well, she gave me the money for it. But that's why I don't like the door not fully closed because it creepily opens. But I still have 2 boxes left, and I just like I don't know. I can't get through them. I just thought not that I love them or I don't want them. I just haven't been in the mood for anything, and it's so out of character. Like makes no sense. Like hello. I shouldn't have devoured those. I have like this little fan going because it's hot in here because our grandparents won't let us turn on the air. So I have this fan going and it's making me stuffy because it's fucking a million degrees in here. It was 80 degrees in this house today. Like we have the thermostat that tells us, and I was literally like, it's too hot. Hold on, I gotta close this door so it doesn't keep opening. I'm gonna put this in the sink. Thinking, oh, you're my thinking. That's when I give a wishful thinking. Baby, baby, you're my best friend. It's true. Everyone that watches this is my best friend, so it's for you. Ring ring. Pick up, it's for you. Ring ring. You're not gonna pick up. It's still ringing. You know I'm calling. Voicemail. I think I must be mishearing this because there's no way you'd send me a voicemail, right? Baby, baby, you're my best friend, and you're sending me a voicemail. It's not very best friend of you. But okay. Anyways. This has got severely off track. I also am so bad at naming these and titling them because they're just nonsense besides the ones that are strictly chapters, and I can't just keep putting update for every video. I mean, that's what they are and that's what these are meant to be. I literally yesterday when I got home I was like, oh, like, let me start that never lie thing and start taking notes so I can get that going. And then I was like, yeah, no. So, I thought about it, guys, for you. I just didn't follow through. But, just know that you're on my mind. And there's always a possibility that I'll do it. Oh, you're the reason why I'm thinking. Sometimes I just think about what would happen if we could like manually change colors of things. Like if we just like tapped it and changed the color. And like for anything, like eyes, hair. Would that make things easier or chaotic? Just asking, would that change the standards of beauty? Would there be standards of beauty? Because things can be changed so easily. I mean, obviously, there'll probably always be something that the society tries to set us apart with, but also, I don't know what to do with my Sundays. I don't have White Lotus anymore, so I don't know how Kyla's surviving Sundays no more. What is this one? Oh, you're the reason why I'm thinking. I was just trying to see my irritation bump if you could see it. But you can't really see it. Up close and personal. My tattoo's healing pretty well. I had to put some stuff on it the other day. Because I'll put some stuff on it now too. Because I was getting like irritation again. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I had like a weird like reaction, like some type of like allergy reaction to this one. Like a year later, I was starting to see like the same signs for this. So I still have the cream that I got. That was like a prescription kind of like not the Benadryl, like I don't know. So like it was like a I don't know, like a healing cream, whatever. And I don't know. I mean, it didn't break out or anything, and it didn't progress. So I think that was good. Hopeful. You're the reason why I'm thinking. Where's my? Oh, I was looking for. I don't know where my other one is. I have two. Is crazy family. My brother is coming for Easter, which we don't even have Easter like that, but we're having dinner, so the house will be chaotic. But Angela's not coming home, so being an adult is weird, especially holidays now. Like, not having all your siblings for holidays is just the worst. And also, like, super weird, and it's like, it doesn't feel like holidays anymore. And it's just, like, not anything to get excited about. So we don't get Easter baskets anymore. It's not okay. It's like, I want to have a mutiny about that. I wonder how much this is. Like, is it how many ounces? It's definitely not a gallon. Quarter? That thing? Quarter? Like quarts. Anyways. I think that could be a quart. I just drank the whole thing. It was iced tea, but like made iced tea with those like Lipton powders, which probably isn't good for me, but it's yummy, and it's easy to make, and it's cheap. Bang for your buck. All about that. Okay, well, I'm gonna go watch Ransom Canyon. I don't want to wash off my makeup. I look so cute. And I don't want to. I think you only take so many pictures looking the same in them, so. And I don't feel like putting on pants to take like a full body one. But, yep. Nothing of interest today. I don't really have anything fun or exciting to note. Nothing's going on in my love life. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. I literally just go to work and sleep. And sometimes I don't even do the last one. So, taking care of myself has not been going well. Mental health. I don't even want to talk about that because it's been so bad lately. Like, so bad. But we persevere. But, anyways. Bye for now. And I hope to see you soon. Bye, my lovelies.